Hi John Deere snowmobile fans. So here I have the 1980 John Deere Sportfire that we have been working on in the last few videos here. And I gotta be honest with you gentlemen, because unfortunately I have put a lot of these motors together and this one here did not go as initially planned. When I first pulled it out, I just replaced the lower crank seals and I took it for a test run. And when I test run these sleds, I take it on the back field and I'll start with obviously at idle and I'll slowly climb up till I'm at full throttle. And once I hit full throttle, I'll hit the kill switch and come coasting to a stop. Then I will pull the plugs out and inspect the color. Well, on the first test run with this sled, the plug color was white, which indicates that there's an air leak. So I pulled the motor back out and sure enough, after doing a few tests and inspecting a few things, spray and brake cleaner in certain spots, I was able to find that the motor did have an air leak other than the crank seals. It was leaking right up, if I can get a good view of it here for you, right up in this base gasket here between the two jugs. Both of them were leaking. So I pulled the motor back out of the sled, took the top end off, the heads, the Y pipe, the jugs, intake, bought a new gasket kit for the top, redid the whole top end gaskets, even replaced the rings, normally copper, but now like the replacement ones are an aluminum, like crush style ring that goes on between the head and the jug. So I put new rings on it. Then I took it out for a test, and on that next test then, the plugs changed color immediately. They darkened up. They're running like a cocoa brown right now, which is like a good color, to, you know, black would be really rich, which, you know, it's performance robbing, but you're not looking to do 100 miles an hour on a sled that's 40 years old. So I don't mind when it comes in dark or a darker color. So, but light brown is like a sandy cocoa color is like a good color. Sandy, I guess would be a little on the lean side, but cocoa is the best way to go. Then on the test run, I had the clutch hang up on me, so then I got online and I bought a whole bunch of parts from New Breed Deere. I bought a brand new silver spring, new rollers. I took the spider off, chucked the clutch up in the lathe, spun the shaft down, cleaned it up. Then I bought some NOS sportfire weights I found on eBay. Thankfully, they're U weights, what the book would call. So it's got U weights, new rollers, new buttons on the spider, plus it has a new silver spring. It shifts amazingly well. I try to write a date on when I did it so I know how long ago. I know it looks god awful under the hood, but at least that, you know, writing tells me when I did it and what I did. So I remember, because otherwise I forget. Then on the test run, on our first major trail ride, of course, the sled threw a cleat, and if we look here, you can see nice shiny new rivets. I don't know if you can see them in there or not, but got a tip in there if I can. Yeah, you probably can't really see that, but I had 6 cleats starting to pull out, but thankfully I took the air hammer, knocked the tops off the rivets inside the steel cleat, took a punch and pushed the rivets out and re-riveted it back together. So now I've been riding it here pretty hard today and it seems to be performing really well. We're just kind of scooting along this wooded trail here, and I thought it'd be a good place to give you guys an update video of what I would call the finished product. Now I'm just gonna enjoy it as it is. I don't plan to take it any further cosmetically. It's just a good riding sled for trail rides or bebopping around in the woods here. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you appreciate the series of videos, and thanks again.